and Hunter Renfrow. Coach, when you're ready, opening statement.
Oh, man. First of all, I'd say congratulations to Alabama. What an unbelievable, unprecedented run they've been on. Never seen anything like it. Incredibly, just a great champion. But they lost the wrong game just like we lost the wrong one last year. We both 14-1 last year, but we lost the wrong one, and we're both 14-1 this year. But just hats off to those guys. I mean, what an unbelievable champion they are. What a fight, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stomach watching that one anytime soon. That has to be one of the greatest games of all time. Just absolutely incredible to have to take the field and go down the field to win the game. That's what it's made of. That's what I told them when it was over. I said, this is what it's all about right here, boys. And they fought. They fought for every play. And I said it out on the field, and I'll say it again. For me personally, only God can do this. I mean, there's just no other explanation for me. It's not anything to do with me. It's God working through me and the staff and these players. And 8 years ago, our goal was to work our tails off and eventually get Clemson back on top. And tonight, that's a reality. It truly is. The flag, the pall is flying on top of that mountain tonight. We saw the top of it last year, didn't quite get there. Tonight, we took that next step. It was really the only thing we hadn't done in the last 8 years, and we got it done. And as I said earlier, it's not just for this team. It's a credit to all my teams, all my players. They all share in this moment. They truly do. They truly do, because what they did was meant for them at that time, but this was meant for this team. This was this team's responsibility. This was this team's mission. And there was really only one lid left on the program, and that was to win the whole dadgum thing. And now that one's been knocked off. And I just am so proud of these players. When I came to Clemson as an assistant, I saw the theme of the playoffs was chasing greatness, right? That's what it was. And when I came to Clemson as an assistant, I truly saw the greatness and the potential of Clemson University. And I can't tell you how humbled I am, blessed, and so thankful to be a part of helping get Clemson back on top. This moment, 35 years, and doing something that a lot of people didn't think we could do. And I'm just so thankful for that opportunity, and I'm excited about continuing to help Clemson be the best. I truly am. And we're going to work our tail off. And as I said out there earlier, one thing about our team is once we've done something once, we've done it again. We needed to win one division. We've done it 5 times. We needed to win the league. We've done it. We've done many things many times, but this one we hadn't. And hopefully we can win a few more before they put me out to pasture. But I'm just so thankful. I'm proud of these seniors. Led by this guy right here. These seniors have just been unbelievable. The way they've worked and fought all year, their belief, the leadership. They're all graduates. This guy graduated in 3 years. He's the best player in the country. If anybody doubts that right now, it's just ridiculous. As I said earlier, and I'll say it again, he didn't lose out on the Heisman. The Heisman lost out on him. They lost out on an opportunity to be attached to this guy forever. But this guy in his class, his humility, this was his Heisman tonight. And this is really what he wanted. It's what he came to Clemson to do. And he's just been an unbelievable player, preparer, leader, and ambassador for this university. He set the standard. He set the bar for everybody coming through. It's just unreal. Over a 3.0, and I'm so proud of it. This guy deserves it. I told him, I said, you deserve it. And I'm just happy that we have this moment to share in it. And the rest of these seniors, they'll take it with them forever. They'll take this with them forever. They'll take this into their marriages. They'll take this into their jobs. You know, the moment will fade, but the work ethic, the will to win, the passion, the courage, the guts, the teamwork, the belief, how to think the right way, they'll take that with them forever. And I'm just so happy that I had these guys in my life, and blessed to be a part of it. But appreciate Hunter Renfrow. He's just incredible. Alabama, they're a challenge. They played a lot of two-man, and we just kind of hung in there. We made some mistakes. Really played great defense outside of about 4 plays, and great drive by them there at the end. Unbelievable play to get the first down there. But at the end of the day, we had 1 second. We got it done with 1 second left, and we're the national champs. And to God be the glory.
Start with questions. Again, as a reminder, we're going to take them for Coach first. We'll start over here on our far left, over by the column.
Andrea Adelson, ESPN.com. Dabo, I saw you take Deshaun and give him a hug and say something to him on the stage. What did you say to him, and how many more ways can you describe what he's meant to this program?
I said, I love you. I said, man, this is what you came here to do, and so proud of you. We did it. It's what we set out to do, and it's been mission critical, man. If it ain't mission critical, we ain't interested, and we've kept it that way all the way. And this guy has just been so easy to coach. He's so easy to coach. Loves to be coached. Loves the grind of it. And at the end of the day, we left no doubt tonight. We wanted to play Alabama because now y'all got to change your stories. You got to change the narrative. Y'all got to mix it up. The guy that called us a fraud, ask Alabama if we're a fraud. Was his name Colin Coward? Ask him. I don't never met him, don't know him. Ask him if we're Alabama if we're a fraud. Ask Ohio State if we're a fraud. Ask Oklahoma if we're a fraud. The only fraud is that guy, because he didn't do his homework. I hope y'all print that.
Take our next question from here in the middle on the aisle.
Coach, over here, Mark Tracer from the New York Times. Congratulations. You're talking just now, a little bit of the, people doubted us card. At the same time, I think there's a difference between that, and it sounds like you did expect to be here. Is that a fair sentiment that you kind of expected?
There was no upset tonight. It's the last thing I told him when we left the locker room. I said, when we win the game tonight, I don't want to hear one word about this being an upset. The only upset's going to be if we don't win the dadgum game. I don't want to hear one word about it. This is an expectation. The last thing I told him. We expected to win the game. We expected to win it last year. When we take the field, we expect to win because we work our tails off, and we got a committed group of people, staff, players, everybody. And, with this game right here, we beat the last 7 national champions, all of them this year. I don't know who tweeted that out, but I appreciate that little nugget. We beat the last 7 national champs, we beat this season. So, absolutely, we expected it. And one of the questions right before the game was, how are you going to block these guys? Like we're chopped liver. I get so tired of that stuff. I really do. So, yes, we absolutely expected to win the game with full respect to the University of Alabama, because they are incredible. I mean, just incredible what they've done. And they'll be back. Heck, they'll probably be right back next year. Nick's going to buy my dinner this year, though. But I guarantee you, they'll be right back next year. And hopefully we'll have a chance to have a rubber match. Love it, nothing more.
Take our next question from the back left on the aisle.
Mike Griffith from SECCountry.com. Coach Swinney, how does it feel to win a national title as a coach compared to as a player, very select club? And then also, Saban was out there searching for you. What did it mean that he stuck it out in the midst of that madness to find you?
Well, I appreciate that. You know, he's been incredibly gracious to me. He was that way last year, and I mean, it was crazy. I kept trying to find him, and we finally got each other, and he was great. I mean, and what are you going to say? I mean, just his team played their hearts out. I mean, it was an unbelievable game. Both teams, just two heavyweight champions. You know, I said the other day, I don't know who asked me. Somebody asked me the other day what my favorite sequel was, and I said Rocky. You know, the first one was kind of a draw. The draw goes to the champ. But the second one, you know, they were both kind of, and right at the last second, Rocky gets up, and that's kind of how it was tonight. I mean, it was, you're talking about 1 second? Just incredible, an incredible performance. So, you know, Coach Saban, obviously they're very disappointed, you know, that it didn't go their way. But I promise you, his team, they fought their tails off. But we were the better team. We were the better team. Disappointed in some of the mistakes that we made in the first half. But you know, we weren't leaving here without that trophy. And, you know, we got it done, but he was very gracious.
Got our next question over here on the aisle.
Nancy Armour with USA Today. Dabo, can you just take us through the last 5 minutes? I mean, as you're watching it on the sidelines, what's going through your mind, especially on the last drive, the last scoring drive? I'm just trying to help them have the right play call, manage the game, manage the clock, squeeze as much time as we could. And once we got in field goal range, you know, but we were playing to win. I'm putting it in number 4's hands, and we would have kicked the field goal if we'd had to right there on that last play. If we'd have just had a couple seconds, we would have kicked it and gone to overtime. But we were playing to win and making sure that we had the right call. The staff did a great job. Tony Elliott and Jeff Scott, they just did a phenomenal job. And Tony, it's amazing how really we all work together. But those two guys did a great job. And the last call, you know, Jeff was adamant about it. He was adamant about the call. And we got man coverage like we needed to get right there. They did a great job setting the route up, and you know, Renfrow popped loose, and D-Dub delivered the ball, and it was an unbelievable moment. We thought I wasn't sure if it was over, and then I saw 1 second. And again, literally yesterday, we ended our walk-through practice yesterday. We practiced like right across the street. I mean, right next to the stadium at the Bucs facility. And as we finished practice yesterday, and I called him up, and the last thing, we always finish with our victory formation. And I said, tomorrow night in that stadium is how we're going to end the game. And I didn't think we were going to get a chance to do that when we surprised onside and got it. So then they tell us that we got to take a knee, but it was just meant to be. You know, it really was. And, you know, what a way to win a national championship, to be able to go out on the field with 1 second and take a knee. To see this guy get one more snap, just special.
Last question for Coach over here on the aisle.
Dabo, Mike Rada, WBMA Birmingham, had a chance to speak with your mother before the game, and she was very confident that her son could get it done. Saw her after the game, probably about 30 minutes after the game. She was still crying, tears of joy. Who's happier, your mom or you?
Oh, man. Everybody's happy. You know, everybody's happy. My mom is a special lady. You know, just she's 70-ish. And I'm just so happy and thankful that she got this moment. And even though my dad's not here with us right now, I know he's here. And I know he's he is going crazy up in heaven right now, I promise you. It's just incredible. You know, but I'm happy for our fans. They deserved it. I know that our fan base deserved it. I'm happy for our board, President Clements, Dan Radakovich. And two people I'm especially happy for is Terry Don Phillips, because 8.5 years ago, he gave me the opportunity to lead this program and let me do it my way. Let me do it the way I felt like we needed to do it, and trusted me with that, and then handed the baton to Dan Radakovich, and Dan has just been amazing to work with. he helped us kind of take it to the next level. And I'm so thankful for that. And then my wife, Kathleen, she's been with me forever. When I didn't have a car, she didn't care. And when I was living at a friend's house, she didn't care. And she was always there. And we've been married 23 years. She was a part of me and encouraged me to believe in myself, to walk on at Alabama. And she was there when I got the job. She was there when Coach Stallings hired me full time. She was there when we won the national championship. She's been there every step of the way. And I'm not here without her. She's just been a rock for me. And I'm so thankful for my wife, my 3 boys. For them to have this moment is surreal. My son, Will, my oldest son, is a senior. And he's been keeping the touch chart on me, on the sideline for me his whole life. And this was his last game as a Clemson Tiger, fan. He's actually going to come play for us next year. Going to be a slot. Going to come hopefully help out old Renfrow right here. And then for Drew, my middle son, he's a junior. He's kept the first, second, third down run pass chart for me. And then my man Clay, who was born in Clemson. For those 3 boys to have the opportunity to share a moment like this, I can't describe that. I really can't. I cannot describe it. And I wish Coach Stallings had been here. I know he's watching. I talked to him yesterday. Oh, man, I can't wait to talk to Coach Stallings. But his grandson's on the team. Kevin Turner's son's on the team. Maskey Hall's here. So many Alabama, Clemson connections. Guys that I won the national championship with. And to do it again is something that I didn't know if it would ever happen. Been working since 1993 to get back. And we got it done tonight. So it's just special. But I wish I could hug Coach Stallings' neck, too, because I wouldn't be here without him. And can't wait to talk to him.
Coach, thanks so much. We're going to let you head back to the locker room.
Thank you.
Let's open it. We're going to now take questions for the players. Again, if you could give us your name and affiliation and let us know who the questions are for. We're going to start in the very front row, down here on our left.
Hi, Rick Bonnell, Charlotte Observer. Hunter, can you talk about where you were when you took the leap of faith? Right. Hunter, can you talk about the leap of faith that you took coming out of Myrtle Beach?
Yes, sir.
To go ahead and walk on, to bet on yourself. Could you picture what happened tonight ever happening when you were a senior at Set?
Yeah, never in a million years. It's been such a journey for me. It's almost like I got knocked out in the 3rd quarter, and it's just all a dream. And just credit to, I think my faith in God really got me through. Just passing up the money to go to App State and coming and playing for a guy like Coach Swinney and a quarterback like Deshaun is pretty special.
Take our next question right next to him.
Chase Goodbread with NFL.com. Deshaun, a few weeks ago, Coach Swinney mentioned that you and a few other guys on the